Hi everybody, this is Joseph Sharon and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently read Robert Jackson Bennett's third book in the Foundryside trilogy, and it's by far the best. I'd read Shorefall and Foundryside before it, so I had a feeling that, he's definitely got to finish it because he left so much undiscovered in Shorefall, and I absolutely adored Shorefall, but that being said, this absolutely met all my expectations and exceeded all my expectations. And I'm not sure why they put it in urban fantasy, though, yes, it fits the bill for urban fantasy. However, I would put this in the category of the quantum category. And I'm not going to say why. If you've read Foundryside and Shorefall, you probably think, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. But it lends itself more to sci-fi than it does fantasy, even though you have tech that's magic and magic that's tech. So that hasn't changed, but it's so multi-layered. It's very methodical. It's very precise. It's very multifaceted. And Robert has a really excellent way of just throwing you just headfirst into an adrenaline rush of emotion, and this is no exception. It's 500 pages, but I'm thinking, I want to go back. I want to go back to this world, this unbelievable, mind-bending, perception-altering place that's just absolutely phenomenal. It's nothing short of astronomical. And I love Bennett. I love his work. I really didn't know anything about Foundryside until I actually picked it up, and I was drawn in by the cover. I'm not gonna lie. So I thought, okay, I want to read more. And already being a fan of urban fantasy, I thought, oh, thank goodness there's another urban fantasy I can get into other than Dresden Files, because there's so few urban fantasies out there that really sate my hunger for something that challenges me and also would just give me an escape from everyday life, because sometimes we need that. I mean, there are days that I just think, I don't want to be on this planet anymore, but I wouldn't want to be here because it's by far worse, by far more violent, by far more chaotic, and you literally have to survive on the ability to scribe well or make sigils. And I thought, yeah, it lends itself to that kind of sort of mortal instruments sort of deal with that in mind. That's what really evoked that. But it also kind of has, well, I shouldn't say kind of, it does have another appeal to it with how it just manipulates the quanta itself, the realm of the quanta, I should say, without giving too much away. This will definitely put you into a very deep mindset, a philosophical mindset, a very metaphysical kind of metaphysical point of view, for lack of better terminology or definition. And when I finished it, I thought, oh no, it's over. But I really want to have it in my collection, and these aren't cheap, so I hope at some point in time I can find it somewhere that is relatively inexpensive, because this is a trilogy that I think, if you're into urban fantasy, that you should own. Because if you want to learn how to write and write well and then captivate and just compel And even though there are moments where you think it's going to get worse, and then ultimately it does, and you think, I don't want to keep reading, but you can't stop. You cannot stop, because you want to know, well, what's going to occur for our characters next, especially with Chrysides. They bring Chrysides back from, Shorefall, and I'm like, oh my god, no, why? You again, you bastard. But it's just, yeah, you think, you had to bring him back. Well, there's a reason. I'm not going to say why. That was a small spoiler, but Chrysides is extremely important, especially how interconnected he is with a particular other character. But and we learn about who he really is, and just how much interconnectivity there actually that actually happens and occurs. It is just this sort of proliferation. I love the word proliferation, but there's a ton of proliferation here. I don't know what else to say. I absolutely loved it. I didn't want to put it down, but sad to say, it is the last book in the series, so I'm saying goodbye to Foundry Side, even though it gives you just this glimmer at the end, but it's all meant to give the reader that kind of sort of there really is no end to this particular world. It just continues into infinity. But that's basically all I have to say for Locklands, and that's all I have to report for now. So until next time, live on, prosper. Ciao tutti.